Hey guys, what is up? Mega Gamer here, and I'm just gonna do this really quickly. 99% of this video is gonna be talking about the Sony Conference, since that's really the only one I bothered to do any research for. But yeah. Also, there's no image because today was my birthday, so I was kind of busy today. Yeah, I'm 16 if you're wondering, but yeah, so I was pretty busy, so I'm just going to have to do this really quickly since E3 starts in like a fucking hour, so. Right off the bat, I'm really not going to talk about EA and Ubisoft. They're going to show off their next-gen consoles, you know. What else are they going to do? Ubisoft's going to be on, talking about all the PS4 games, and EA is going to be on Microsoft's money-filled dick, so that's all that's going to go down. Although I feel like Ubisoft are probably going to pull another Watch Dogs on us and probably show off either a new IP or just a new game in general that's going to blow people away. But yeah. Also, I'm going to point out, what's her name? Alicia's back to host the show. If Tobuscus is back to host the show, I'm going to literally slit someone's throat, because everyone fucking hated it last year when he did that, when he hosted it, and it just sucked. So if he's doing it again this year, I'm literally going to go up to Ubisoft and cut someone's throat, because fuck, that was a nightmare. Anyway, with Microsoft, they basically already shot themselves in the foot. There's not much they can do to gain back any sales on the Xbox. The Xbox One's fucked. It really is. And even if they try and change the way it works, they're gonna have to change too much that it's gonna be delayed, the console, and then Sony's gonna get a bigger lead, when releasing it. And then, yeah, it's going to fuck everything up. So, Microsoft have already shot themselves in the foot. Honestly, I do feel like they are going to show some games. They're probably going to announce Halo 5. They're going to be really focused on third party. But I feel like the damage is done. It's too late. The Xbox One's basically finished, There's only so little they can do to catch up. So, to, change people's minds about it. But, yeah, I still feel like they're going to show some games, but of course they're going to be focusing on Connect and all that shit. So, regardless of what they do, whether some of it's good, it's too late for them, in my opinion. Now I'm going to go on to the Sony Conference, and like I said, I'm just going to try and be quick with it. Actually, before I talk about the Sony Conference, I just want to mention quickly, I think we're going to hear something about the Walking Dead game, the Telltale's game. Not necessarily at E3, but during this week, we're probably going to hear something about that leaked DLC, the 400 days. If not that, then probably Season 2. I guarantee we're going to hear something about it this week. Alright. So now on to the predictions. Most of them are predictions. Some of them are just, kind of wishful thinking, but you never know. So some of the obvious stuff is that, obviously, they're going to show the PS4. They're going to talk about the price and the date. Different models, the hard drive space. They pretty much already talked about the specs, but yeah, we're going to learn all that shit about the PS4. Same for the Xbox One, obviously, what we haven't learnt already. And in all honesty, I think the PS4 will actually be cheaper than the Xbox One. I have many reasons to support that. For one, Sony, they've already used Blu-ray, they've already used hard drives. It's probably a lot cheaper for them to use it this time around, so the PS4 won't be so expensive, because its technology is not nearly as new as the PS3's was when that first came out. Also, the Xbox One has a mandatory Connect, so that basically boosts the Xbox One $50, $100 right off the bat. They're focusing on all this, TV and Skype and all-in-one bullshit, cable box-like crap, so that's probably going to be a few extra bucks right there. And so far, Microsoft are doing all the exact same mistakes Sony are doing when they launched their PS3, so making it too expensive, thinking that it's not going to matter just because they have a bunch of mindless Xbox fans, I really think they're going to do that. They've already done a bunch of shit that's pissed people off. Making it super expensive is no surprise, really, at this point. While Sony, they've learnt their lesson clearly based on that reveal. So when they announce the price, I'm sure we're all going to be fine. It's probably going to be around, this is when it gets confusing, American, Australian price. So I'm just going to try and convert it from what I'm able to acknowledge, whatever. The PS3 was $1,000 when it first came out in Australia. I think it was about $600 in America, or the US when it came out there. I'm going to say US it would be a success if it's $400 or less, which converted over to Australia is probably like $750, maybe $800. But over here, $700 or less would probably be a win. If it's $700 or less, I could probably get the console on day one, or at least the same month that it comes out. If it's over $700, I'm probably gonna have to wait at least a little bit. But we'll see. But I think Sony learned their lesson, and we're gonna see at least a decent price for the PS4, probably $400 or under in US dollars. So yeah, like I said, PS4 is probably going to be cheaper than Xbox One, so yeah. Okay, so moving on to some of the other predictions. Let's get this over and done with. Sony Santa Monica said they're going to announce a new game at E3. It's either going to be God of War for the PlayStation Vita or a new IP for the PlayStation 4. Either one of those. Could even be both, you never know. Uncharted 4... No, I don't think it's going to be at E3 this year. It'll probably be at the VGAs. At the end of the year, they will announce it for the PS4 once the launch titles have come out and it's starting to slow down and it's the end of the year, and then they'll announce Uncharted 4. Because when you think about it, they've gained so much hype from The Last of Us, all these like 10 out of 10 reviews, and it will kind of be flushing it down the drain if Naughty Dog announce their next game. So I really don't think Uncharted 4... Not at E3, I really don't think so. But obviously I would love it, but realistically I don't see it happening. We're probably going to see a price cut on the PlayStation Vita. Probably minor, but yeah, a bit of a price cut. Destiny gameplay, well, we already know we're going to see that. They've confirmed it. So yeah, Sony Bend will probably announce their next Vita game, either a new Uncharted for the Vita or a new IP. At least 3 new big exclusives, because at the reveal we got a new Killzone and a new Infamous. So that's 2 new exclusives from franchise we already know about. I said here at least 3. I think 1 would be expected. 2 would be like, okay, that's pretty cool. But 3, the more I think about it, the less I think we're going to see 3 new games. Because we already got a Killzone and Infamous. I can't see them announcing another 3 games we already know about. New additions to those series on the PS4. 3 is probably a bit wishful thinking, but we're at least going to see something. If it's Santa Monica's game on the new IP, then sure. But if it's Santa Monica's PS4 game, as a new IP, then yeah, probably. But okay, the next few are going to be a bit of wishful thinking, but there's a chance, you never know. Last of Us for PS4. And the reason I say this is because if you watch the multiplayer trailer on the PlayStation YouTube, on the PlayStation channel on YouTube, there's a little frame at the end of the multiplayer trailer where it actually says PS3 temp, which someone in the comments said that probably means temporarily for PS3. So after seeing that, the chances of there being a PS4 version of Last of Us, I'm actually starting to think it is a possibility. And if Naughty Dog go to E3 and don't say anything about Uncharted, it's probably going to be The Last of Us for PS4. Just saying. Plus, the game looks good enough on old technology, so having that renewed on a new console would probably look really damn good. So it's a possibility, but at the same time, I think it's more likely they're not going to announce it than they will. And the last thing, which, again, is wishful thinking, but you never know what can happen. Rockstar appear on stage at the Sony press conference, say we're still working on Agent, it's going to be on PS4, it's going to be exclusive to PS4, and then they show like a trailer or gameplay or whatever. That would be a huge win for Sony, because Rockstar never fucking come to E3. I think they announced GTA 4 at the Microsoft conference a few years back, but if they announce Agent at the PS4 E3, then that would just be insane. Like I said, wishful thinking, but it's a possibility. Anyway, those are most of my predictions. Obviously, I just talked a tiny bit about Ubisoft and Microsoft and that, and then I went into pretty much full detail with Sony. But like I said, I'm in a rush because E3 starts really soon, so I need to get this video out there. Plus, Plus, I've been pretty busy the rest of the day, so I really haven't had much time to film this video. So, thanks for watching. I'm sorry there was no gameplay or anything, but like I said, I'm in a rush, so I'm just going to have to whip something on the screen, and then you can listen to the video more like a podcast. So thanks for watching. I'm Mega Gamer, and yeah, I'll do my E3 review in a couple of days, and then The Last of Us playthrough. It's going to be fucking awesome. Thanks for watching, and see ya.